What up, what up? Good morning. Good motherfucking morning, bitch. The fuck up. I don't know if you guys can smell my breath through the fucking phone. Fucking hot ass breath, bitch, but I could smell some of these karmics hot ass fucking balls. Alright. Isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful to sit here for a minute. And just get some fresh ass air, bro. What up? Oh, yeah. Yeet. It's fucking beautiful out here. Let me just tell you, I was like, I could not wait to open up that motherfucking door. But right now we're gonna drink some motherfucking green bitch. Okay. Before we get started on any motherfucking tarot, bitch, I need to have some motherfucking greens in my system, bitch. Period. What up, user? 3714 at the end. Water. Put some motherfucking OJ, bitch. Hey, did OJ really die? What up, Cheryl? Bitch, why'd I have a dream? I'm gonna wait till more of you guys come in. So Spirit has been showing me a lot of dreams and like faces and names. So this is new. This is something a little new to me. Really weird. Like if I were to see these people in the street, these are real people somewhere. These are real, literally real people somewhere. I had a dream where I went to this one place before, but I haven't been back to that dimension in so long. And so if you guys do believe in like past lives, if you guys do believe in like different dimensions or different realms, like when we sleep, that shit's real. That shit really is really real. Well, at least for me it is. I don't know, I have Mercury and Scorpio, so that shit's I have Pluto and Scorpio. I had a gang of shit. So like, to me, shit like that, going into different dimensions, going to different realms, it's been that way for a long time. But anyways, I feel like lately, shout out to Lizzie Liv. She sent me this. Thank you, by the way. So, but that being said, I feel like this place I went to in my dream state, that's why I'd be so tired a lot most of my life, because I always am in other realms, like in other dimensions and other places. And so, this dream, they said, Sarah Padilla, or the last name Padilla. Anyway, it was weird. And so, like, there was this girl, and she had a computer screen, right? But she had a computer screen of like my daughter, with my youngest daughter in it, and she was watching me for my BD. It was weird as fuck. Anyways, whatever. And then okay, and then I gave money to this homeless guy, and he was on a bike, and so I gave him $190. And when I gave him the $190, I forgot why. I told him, nah, fuck you. I want my shit back, because he was buying like drugs with it or some shit. I can't remember, like something stupid, right? Not stupid, but it was like a good reason, I guess, why I asked for my shit back. So I was like, no, fuck that shit. Give me my shit. Or I think that guy stole, I don't know. Anyways, it was just weird. And so when I took it, he was like a drug addict, so he grabbed the needle and put it in my lower lumbar spine, like in the back part where my base root chakra was, trip out. So tell me why I lit my candle for base root chakra. So these are my requests, bitch. And I don't really give a fuck, because you fucking hoes. All right, you see that red candle over there? I don't really give a fuck, you bitches. Any karmic ass hole that's like watching this, you're like, oh my god, oh my god, I need to go ahead and fucking light a candle. I need to go fucking, bitch. Ain't none of that shit gonna work. So good luck. Anyway, so I don't have any shame in showing my shit. Not that I really need to, but it's just a trip, because last night I lit my candle. Look at the color red, okay? So, anyways, made my petition, my request, my prayers, my protection shit over my fucking life. Okay, because I feel like I have some deep rooted ass shit with curses, hexes, generational shit that's been following me lifetime to lifetime. Personally, what up, Rosa? What up, Tiff? What the fuck, Raji, Monica, Tammy, Noah, Gino, Noah. So, anyways, it was just a trip, and I was in this fucking place. I bought this fucking complex. It's fucking way out. But Spirit showed me their face, and their face was like so clear. And lately, I've been getting like faces in my third eye. Like I've been seeing people's fucking faces, which is kind of weird because this it's something that's a little new for me to remember those faces. Is not something, bitch. I can't even remember what the fuck I did 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? What up, Star? What up, Mandy? What up, my favorite Mandy? What's up, bitch? How's the baby this morning? Did you sleep at all? Fuck. Is she doing okay? Also put some of this in here too. Oxyglow. Yeah, she's good now. Good. Good, 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 good. Shit. I'm telling you. Mm, 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 mm. So it was just weird, but they said Sarah Padilla or yeah, Padria or some bullshit. Something like that, Spirit said. And the other day, Spirit was telling me the name Steve or Steven, which is funny because and they said Sarah Padria or yeah. So I was like, Padria, right. I'm like sitting here thinking, I don't know. What up, Anthea? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing with the Great Escape? How's the kids? You gotta get more medicine. Thank God I just prayed. Oh, good for you. See, by day 3, that shit should be broken. The latest 4 days, that shit should be like done with. You know. So first 3 days is always the most contagious too. But this white dude was disgusting in my dream. Ew, dude, this shit's so fucking gross. Let me just tell you, drinking fucking any greens is gross. Oxyglow, fucking disgusting. Fucking any greens is gross. Oxyglow, fucking disgusting. But he tried to stab me where my base root chakra technically is at in the back part. So I was like, what the fuck? And then it's a trip because I lit my red candles specifically for that. So, and I know that these hoes have been going hard in like spell work, especially with the full moon. A lot of you guys don't. I feel like a lot of people don't have to deal with that shit, but there's a lot of us that do. The girls are finally at peace, so mission accomplished. That's good. So, but a lot of people they don't. These are people that are sent to us from past lifetimes, to destroy us. Um, and they've been doing it for so long. What a Blackheart, and people don't believe that shit. I mean, I do. If you believe in past lives, great. If you don't, well, then I guess whatever. But it was just a trip because I live my red candle. You know what I mean? And so past lives, great. If you don't, well, then I guess whatever. But it was just a trip because I live my red candle. You know what I mean? And so it's a trip, right? So I get on here. It's a trip, right? So I get on here. What happened to him when he was little? Not your problem. You're not his mommy. You're not his daddy. It is what it is. I can't figure out for the life of me why the fuck my ex would want to throw me and his own children under the bus. Okay, other than the fact that he's a fucking weird hater bitch. So, your ex could be a weird hater bitch and just doesn't give a fuck. They're in their addiction. They don't care. They literally just don't care. And it's like, fuck it. And it takes time. It takes time to really like, damn, like this motherfucker really did. He really did do that. Yeah, this is really who they are. A lot of times, like I said, these motherfuckers want to wear masks. They will never show you who they really are. And once you discover who they really are, okay, it's kind of weird. It is weird because you wouldn't do that shit to them. You know what I mean? You wouldn't think. You would think like somebody would at least have loyalty to their own children or their own family. You know what I mean? What up, Miss P? Good morning. Yeah, you don't think that. So it does take time. And it also takes time because aside from just understanding like why, right? We could go through the why and the what ifs like all day, but like what if it's just not meant for you to understand? What if it's just meant for you to have a different life? What if this was just a lesson, which it is, But honestly, Anthea, just keep praying and also think like, well, what happened? Really, the real question is like, why did I attract a person like that? Like, why did I have to attract, like, what's going on within me? Why did I attract somebody like that? How come I didn't see it? Type shit. And that's when the real healing comes in. Somebody else had asked me on my YouTube page the other day, I've been doing cord cutting. She said, I've been doing cord, or he, I don't know. But they just said, that they were doing cord cutting and they were really like trying to break this like spiritual tie. That's great and everything. Cord cutting is excuse me, if that's really what you're guided to do and you want to do cord cutting, then do it. But you have to also be willing to do the work with that. It's like faith without works, right? So yeah, it's like, so you don't keep attracting that same person, Anthea, in other people. Because I did that for a while and I was like, ew, there was two people. Really, yeah, there was two people, I guess, that were like, I was like, what the fuck? One was sent in by his ass. Like, it was really weird. Anyways, and they put spell work, remember I was telling you, on him. And they were like plotting some weird shit. Anyways, here, tweaker shit. And then the other one, um, they were also trying to like manipulate or whatever to treat me the same so I would go back towards him. But let me just say this, like, you just don't want to attract the same people in different physical bodies. You know what I mean? So once you start healing, you're not going to attract people like that. Now it's totally different. Now I'm like, I could never, I could never, bitch. He's the second one, just worse than the first. Okay, so it gets worse. So the more and more like you don't heal, the more and more that you go to the next person and the next person, the next person, it does get worse. Yeah. What a black heart. Yeah, it does, It does get worse. And same thing, so does the karma and so do the cycles. It's harder to get out of. It's harder to fix things. And it's like you have to remain strong. You have to do the work because if you don't, you can do all the cord cutting ceremonies. You could on Elm Street right now. Oh my god, stop. Wait, like literally? Like in the valley? There really is an Elm Street in like Glendale, I think. Um, or you're living like Nightmare on Elm Street right now. Bitch, why? You're in Florida. Okay. Why? Don't say that. Yes, a nightmare. You need to get away from him. You guys need to get away from these hoes. I'm telling you. And it's hard because, you guys are still dumb. But it happens. Like I was there. I was there many times. Many times. And it finally took like spirit to be like, all right, so we didn't want to do this, but we have to for you to leave. And they had to use the kids, for me to leave. It sucks. It sucked, and it was a really long 8 months, but it was the longest 8 months of my life and the most horrific transformation that I've ever gone through. And the only, I think, thing that like got me to finally leave the abuse. So, and like the weird stalker shit and like really see what was going on. That's good. And it is hard to leave things behind because you're now doing something that's different. So it's like you're going through all this change and it's not what you're used to because you're comfortable. It's easier to do the wrong thing than it is doing the right thing. I said this the other day. It's a lot easier when we were talking about like spell work and shit. It's a lot easier to do the wrong thing because we're so used to like just doing like whatever than it is to actually have the discipline, do the things that are right, do what's best for you because we've been used to doing like this cycle our entire fucking life. So it's not easy. It's lonely at the top. Bitch. It's great being lonely at the top. You're never really truly alone. So you're only gonna feel that way. Remember Drake, he says, trust me, at the top it isn't lonely. It's really not. It's really not. You're used to the abuse, you're used to the bullshit, you're used to the mental manipulation, the games, the temporary fixes, right? The temporary, like, oh yeah, shit's all good right now for like 24 to 48 hours, maybe tops like a fucking week. And then it goes back to the same shit. And then you're used to that. It's like being on a drug. Literally, it's like being on a drug, being on a roller coaster, right? You get that high, then it goes down, you're like, fuck, I gotta get the high again. It's the same shit, but it's in a person, you know? And they also get used to that. And if they're on drugs, like for real, that's like a horrible combination, bitch. Horrible. Um, I know. No, I'm kidding. Is in an addiction, he's unhealthy habit without. I feel kind of weird and sad. You know what? Honestly, let him, because I'm telling you right now, the more that you try to like balance his life out, I'm telling you right now, like your life will elevate and his life will go straight to shit. And so, that's not your lesson. It's not your problem. Do not feel sorry for him. They will use the kids. They will use whatever manipulation. The kids are small enough to where they'll be fine. It's better to do it now than wait until they're like 15. You know what I mean? To do it. And then they're already used to this bullshit and then repeat the same cycle you did. And so when we left, my oldest was 13. My oldest one was 13. My oldest from our relationship was 10. I think like 10. And so it was really hard for them to go through no, I'm sorry. She was not 10. She was 8. And my son was, no, she was 7. Hold on, wait. She was 5 years young. Yeah, she was 7. She's 5 years younger than my oldest. So yeah, if mine was 13, yeah, she was 7. And so Jacob's only a year and a half younger than her. So it was really hard for those two because those two were close to their dad. And you know what? And it's sad because, like I said, I never like made an effort. Like if he was not there, the kids were whatever. Don't make it a habit to where the kids get so attached that they're like crying over their dad. Like that's like really unhealthy. Like, oh, when's dad gonna come? Like, I don't know, show up whenever, you know what I mean? Like, bitch always came. But it was like, it comes to a point where it's like, we don't want to see you only when you need to take a shower, when you're hungry and you feel like you need to be sober for like a week, you know what I mean? Or a couple days. And then you're back doing the same thing. And you're just saying that you're gonna change and you're saying, and you're, keeping me holding on to hope. And then I'm being a dumb bitch thinking that this is just what my life's gonna be, accepting that role in his life. You know what I mean? And he's not growing, I'm not growing, I'm stunning my growth. So it's like, don't stunt your own growth for somebody else's shit and then balance somebody else's life out and you're not living in your full potential. Fuck that shit. Like, as much as I loved him at that time and like whatever, it's just, it needed to be done. And so when you have kids, it's not easy. But at the same time, like our youngest, when all that shit went down in our house, that fucking bitch, whatever that he was with, and him like decided they were gonna like fuck me over or whatever, throw me under the bus and like make, anyways, whatever, who cares? Bottom line is I had just had Valerie. Valerie's the two younger girls, so like our youngest is almost 7. She doesn't even know her dad. She thinks my youngest daughter's dad, like she calls him dad sometimes. You know what I mean? Like she'll call him dad. Sometimes she'll call him by his first name, but she'll call him dad. But it's not because she's forced to. She just wants to sometimes. And he's like, okay, whatever. But it's just sad because she's gonna be 7 and she doesn't know her dad. Elijah doesn't really remember her dad. Like she knows of her dad, but she doesn't remember. It's the first 4 and really the 3 that we had together, um, that remember. And that's fine. They can have all the good memories that they want with him. That's fine. They can have photos. Like I gave them photos and I deleted my shit out of my phone because I don't care. That's fine. But, their dad is their dad. So, and I don't want anything to do with him. So, and it's best that way because my kids are going to suffer for his disgustingness. He's always trying to cause trouble for me, always trying to sacrifice me because a bitch is a witch. For real. It's like really a warlock. And so he worships the devil. He's on drugs. Does really weird shit. Believes weird shit. Delulu. Thinks I'm always gonna kiss his ass like everyone else does. I'm like, bitch, I don't give a fuck who you are in the street, bitch. You're still a bitch. Okay. You're still a bitch. And he hates me for that. So, be mindful of who you have around your kids. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's better to journey alone. Literally. Unfortunately. And it's crazy because I was just talking to my friend about this shit, especially like as far as like me changing my name to like, thank you, Arnold, changing my name to Homegirl Healer, right? So I was like really debating whether or not I should. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. Because I feel like for podcasts and shit like that, it's kind of like catchy. I like it. So, anyway, but I kind of feel like, being you guys' friend in a way, or like a sister, or like, whatever. I feel like that's important to have that support because I really could not trust even my family. So it's like, unfortunately, some of you guys don't even have family. Some of you guys literally don't. It's like you and your kids, or just you. For those of you that chose not trust even my family. So it's like, unfortunately, some of you guys don't even have family. Some of you guys literally don't. It's like you and your kids, or just you. For those of you that chose not, or just have animals, period. Um, my friend and I were talking, and she's like my sister. And she's like, damn, dude, I was thinking about it. What up, Christina? She's like, damn, I was thinking about it, like growing up, bitch, like I'm glad that we had like our little circle of friends. And I was like, yeah, you're right, because these are like friends that we've been like lifelong friends with, and we've all been learning lessons together, and very non-judgmental, very supportive to each other. And so like even now, like working in the shelter, whatever, she was talking about how some of the girls literally don't have shit. She's like, you and I have each other. She's like, but some of these girls don't have anybody. And I'm like, yeah, it's true. I mean, obviously, when I was in the shelter, I didn't have anybody either. They were my support system, and they were my family. You know what I mean? And some of them still to this day, like I was doing eyebrows on some of the girls there. So it's like, people don't understand like just how much some of us really need support. So I feel like even that being on this show or on these channels, it's like I want to be able to be that support without obviously being too a little too close, because sometimes we can get really close. I have that where I can get super close with somebody, then I get a little too close, but not like in a weird way, but just to where it's not professional anymore, and it's more like, but obviously I had to learn that also, like along the way, like with my clients as well. So it's like kind of keeping that professionalness, or boundaries there, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I can't step in and like hang out with you, you know what I'm saying, type shit, because there's just some where they think that like now we're gonna hang out all the time. It's like, no, I can't hang out with you all the time. I'd love to, but I can't. I'll send you stuff and I'll, guide you along the way, but I can't be your like bestie except for like through the screen. So a that's been a big thing. So that's why I changed it. So anyways, for those of you guys that are really going through some shit, stay strong, keep your kids safe. Okay, always fuck all these hoes. And believe me, when God is on your side, nobody can fucking be against you. I don't care what you're going through. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Um, okay. But yes, the lion, also getting back to that, the lion was important. The characteristics of a lion, spirit animal of a lion. Where's my stand? Oh, here it is. Characteristics of a lion. That was all important. And Sarah Padria, I don't know who the fuck that is out there. Somebody with that last name. And these faces, I don't know if I'll ever see them this lifetime, but yeah, just weird. Okay. And thank you guys too, by the way, for all my orders. Trying not to be too loud. Baby's asleep. You already know I only have so much time before these fucking kids wake up. Okay. Hold on, let me get my book. You've been isolated. That's good. You know what? There's nothing wrong with being isolated. I was actually talking to my friend about that as well. Oh, um, is when it's funny because she was saying like, how we have like support team, we have friends and it's not right. That's good and everything. Certain friends, not all friends are good friends. Majority of, I'm not even kidding. Like I literally have like 3 people I can say on this hand that are like truly like soul sisters. Okay. Literally. And I'm so open to like new soul tribe, and I know that new friends are going to come. And so, friends are not everything, but um she was saying how when she had to literally be alone, like there was a point where like she cut everybody off and like we just didn't talk to each other. And she said that when she was isolated, that's when she really truly like felt a divine presence there with her, that she was really journeying alone, but God still provided. She's like, bitch, even if I didn't have shit, she was like, all of a sudden, like that day, like something would come up. And it's true, like you're gonna see the miracles, like you will see those things happen and you're like, fuck, what do I do? Don't rely on anyone but God. Like, this is a time for you to get close with God, for you to like learn some shit. And you're gonna go through a lot of phases, and it's gonna take many years for you to like, however long that takes. I don't know. It's you guys all have different journeys, different purposes, different lessons, but at least, I can help you a little bit on your way. So it's good. All right. So it says here, reconsidering your relationships and then share your burdens with God. I'm gonna do this one. Share your burdens with God. This is Peter 5:5 through 11. It says, cast all your anxiety on him. He cares for you. And it says, someone in the business world who has been through a difficult time was asked once how they managed to sleep with all the worries that they had. And it says his response was that relin- relinquished, sorry, he relinquished all his problems to God, saying that indeed who watches over Israel, this is another quote, okay, will never slumber nor sleep. And it says, and therefore he saw no point in both of them staying awake all night. Because it's like whatever's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It is true. Like there's times where I have to like sit there and like, okay, so it really doesn't matter. Even like when you're late, there's no point in like really rushing in the street in your car. I'm just gonna say this for those of you that need to hear this shit. There is no point in like driving all fast and like driving all crazy. There's no point in doing that because you're still gonna get there at the same time. Like if you ever noticed that, like if you've ever like when I was younger, right, driving, like I'd like be like rushing, right, like an idiot, crash my car into the side of a fucking hill like a dumbass, right, trying to get to work on time in a fucking rainy. Every light, I was going faster than everybody, but they were still right there at that red light. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like I was any faster, just thinking I was. So it's like there's no point in rushing. There's no point, and it's like things are gonna be what they're gonna be. So it's kind of also something you need to train your mind in. Like okay, so like you can't control what's going on really at that point. So you kind of gotta just. That's also kind of a training I feel like for people to understand how things work with God in a way. It's like God's gonna it's gonna be what it's gonna be. um, get more sleep, right? Don't rush. Get up on time. It says he invented those who are weary and overburdened to come to him for rest, and he reassured he assured us that he would never send them away. All those who came to him. This does not necessarily mean that God offers you an instant solution to your problems. Of course not, because you have to do the work. It says, or, and this is in your mind. Everything starts in the mind, and that all your problems will disappear simply because you pray. It says it does mean that if you place your faith and trust in God and the confidence in Him and in your prayer, again, setting your fucking intention, you will experience the peace of mind that will sensitize you to the guidance of the Holy Spirit. It says he will enable you to think clearly and act positively in his strength. You will be able to handle your problems according with the will of God. And it says right here, worries do not empty tomorrow of its problems. It says it empties today of its powers. Thank you. That was really good actually. I like that bottom one. And that was a quote by Corey Ten Boom. Weird name, Corey Ten Boom. Ten Boom. Worries does not empty tomorrow of its problems. It says it only empties today of its powers. So like stop. Okay. So I already know that these hoes are doing like spell work during full moon Scorpio. Okay. It's a good one. Um, but when I'm feeling out of nowhere, oh, good morning, Pool. When I'm feeling out of nowhere anxious, when I'm feeling weird things, when I start talking to my spouse and I start fucking like everything was all good, and then all of a sudden my mindset, I'm already knowing people are sending spell work to not only me but my fucking husband. So I'm already fucking knowing, okay, I'm a person. It's like I'm already knowing the bullshit, the fuckery. So you know, it's like fighting against that, right? And like understanding and knowing that like not to feed into that. You can't always feed into shit for the day. Know that tomorrow's gonna bring a new day. It's gonna keep going, it's gonna pass. And that power, I'm not gonna give whatever that is, that nastiness, any power, right? It diminishes the power. So having that control over yourself, knowing that, you know, these are illusions, okay? But yes, and yes, you do need to get some rest all the time. But that being said, let's get into this motherfucking tarot. But yes, you guys need to just focus on God. Love your solitude right now. Love your journey. Okay. Don't compare your journey to anybody else and where you're at right now, because everybody starts at the bottom, right? So you know who betrayed you. Okay, it says I haven't gotten this card in a while. This Judas card. says try to sacrifice you for 30 pieces of silver. So it's like somebody here was trying to sell you out for money or try to sacrifice you for some type of money, or they didn't care as long as they were getting something that they wanted, all right, in exchange for some type of money. Gift or donation. Try to sacrifice you for 30 pieces of silver is on this card. Not that you can fucking see it, bitch. I know. And it says big heart, loyal, and good in reverse. These are in reverse because you know who this person is. And it says gift or donation. This person took some kind of money. You know that they wanted some kind of gift or donation, or they wanted your gifts, all right, and wanted people to give to them the way that you naturally are abundant, or you naturally are given things, or you're naturally like God literally gives you things that you need. They feel like people like just everybody should do this for them. Okay, they're jealous. Guilty in reverse, trying to hide or conceal information. So there's been something here that's been discovered, all right, that somebody was paid to do, okay, that you could be aware of. This could be confirmation. Forging documents. This is going to come out big time. You know, something with Taurus season, big, big, bitch, big baby. I'm telling you, clown. This person, whoever your Judas is in your life, they forged some type of documents. Now, whether this be with your name on them or others, bottom line is they're a fucking clown. And they were willing to do anything for money, for temporary riches and materialism. Try to cause harm to you in reverse. So you know that this whole try to cause harm to you intentionally for some type of money because of fraud. I'm telling you, these fucking fraud holes are getting caught. These fucking smoked out motherfuckers that thank you so much for my gifts, by the way, Miss B. Yeah. All these fucking tweakers, these fucking heroin addicts, fucking lames that are supposedly gang members, but they're just fucking smokers, basically. Bums with a gun, you know what I mean? Just running around, not doing shit, forging documents so they could look good, not even no hood shit, bitch, by beefing it over baby mamas. You already know. Hi, Paul. Oh, you're looking baby, looking over. Okay, feeling like they're actually really doing something, sitting at the trap, not doing a goddamn thing, gambling, building up debt. What up, awakened? Not doing a fucking thing, bitch. They feel important. Yeah, and it's like they wanted to do this because they felt important in this group. Bitch, I'm done. They're all being watched. Holy fuck. I'm telling you, something's gonna come out. Yeah, baby. Do you need to go pee pee? Hold on, guys. Sorry. No. You go back to sleep. We have school today. You're hungry, baby? Okay. You want a donut? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Anyways, they're all being watched. What? Macaroni and cheese. You guys heard her. She wants macaroni for breakfast. How about we have some eggs? Yeah. Try to steal a position and set you up. Anyways. Okay, baby. We'll make macaroni and cheese. All right. Whatever. And then we'll make macaroni and cheese then. All right. I gotta go, but I'll be back. But yeah, somebody here didn't want you to get something and they wanted to basically like be looked at in your energy. All right. I'm going. Bye.